Hi YouTube, Watchify here with another video. Today I have with me the Citizen ProMaster NightHawk model BJ7000-52E. It's a very well-known pilot style watch and was a watch I got early on in my watch collecting. I got mine from Amazon in late 2019 and paid $188 for it at the time. Prices seem to have risen substantially for this model, plus there's a newer version of this watch that I'll try to go over also. So let's see if it still makes sense to consider this watch in 2021 and beyond. First off, this video is going to focus on the NightHawk specs, look, and feel. I'm not going to get into how to use the sliding rule inner bezel to perform calculations or conversions. Quite frankly, I'm not knowledgeable in that, and I didn't buy the watch for that feature. There are other videos out there that go over how to use the NightHawk slide rule bezel, and I'll try to link them in the video description. I'll also leave a link to Citizen's settings guide, which provides a lot of info on the movement and how to use these functions. The case dimensions are 42mm case size, lug-to-lug distance is 46.8mm, thickness is 12.3mm, and the lug width is 22mm. The watch weighs 134 grams on my scale. The case is stainless steel and is water resistant to 200 meters. It's all brushed with the exception of the underside and the tips of the lugs, so this watch is definitely giving off a tool-like vibe. There's a well-sized screw-down crown located at the 3 o'clock position, surrounded by crown guards. The screw-down crown is signed with the Citizen ProMaster logo. There's also a smaller unsigned crown at 8 o'clock that's used to operate the sliding bezel. Both have a nice knurled engraving on them to make them easy to grip. If you look at the watch from the top down, you notice there really isn't a case bezel to speak of, and this makes the watch appear larger than its dimensions. There's a polished screw-down case back with the Echo Drive globe logo etched into it, along with the word NightHawk and other information in smaller print. I like how the case was executed and how it has notable, sharply defined angles to it. Covering the dial is a flat, anti-reflective mineral crystal. It extends beyond the top of the bezel and has a beveled edge to it. So far I haven't picked up any scratches on mine. The movement inside is Citizen's EcoDrive caliber B877. It charges from any light and can keep running for 6 months or more in the dark once fully charged. This means that even if you only wear this watch occasionally, it'll always be running. If it ever did run low on power though, you'd notice that the seconds hand would start ticking every 2 seconds, so that's your cue to place the watch near a light source to charge up. I've wondered how long the movement's batteries and capacitors would last before needing to be replaced, and from what I can gather, that is after about 20 years. Now in terms of the dial, it's very busy to say the least. You'll see large silver lume-filled Arabic numerals at 12 and 6, and silver baton-shaped indices elsewhere, which are also lume-filled. These indices have minute marks in between them. The date window is outlined in white and located at 3 o'clock. In terms of wording on the dial, you'll see the Citizen and EcoDrive logo along with the ProMaster logo, NightHawk, and water resistance printed in white on the right side of the dial between 2 and 4 o'clock. It's there because on the left side of the dial is the 24-hour semicircle. The fourth hand on this watch has airplane shapes on each end, one white and one red, and this is to indicate the time in 24-hour increments. The red plane corresponds to the red section of the 24-hour semicircle, which indicates PM hours, while the white plane indicates AM hours. You can also use this as a dual time indicator, as you can independently adjust it to whatever time you want. As you move towards the edge of the dial, you begin to see all the numeric indicators that correspond to the slide rule bezel. The dial appears black in most lighting, but in sunlight and other lighting conditions, you can make out the part of the dial that contains the solar cells, and that part sort of looks dark purple. The inner sliding bezel is filled with a lot of markings used in calculation and conversion, and I can say that it rotates very smoothly in both directions. The hour and minute hands are sword-shaped and filled with Citizen's blue lume. They're mostly white, but are black near the section closest to the dial's center. The seconds hand is all white with a sword-shaped counterbalance to match the other hands. Here's a lume shot, and although it looks good at first, I'm less than impressed with its longevity. Lastly, let's talk about the bracelet that comes with this watch. I was really impressed with what Citizen did here. You not only get solid end links, but you also get a milled clasp. The links are held together with push pins and are mostly brushed, but there is some polishing seen towards the bottom of each center link. From the side, you can see that the links sort of have an airplane wing profile, which is pretty cool. The bracelet tapers from 23.5 millimeters to 17.7 millimeters where it meets the clasp. You can also see how the way Citizen did the end links, it allows the bracelet to fully extend downwards once it leaves the case. On the clasp, you get 3 micro adjustment holes, double push button release, and a locking mechanism that has the Citizen logo stamped into it. So overall, the bracelet goes well with this watch and is comfortable to wear. I haven't considered wearing this watch on anything other than the OEM bracelet. I wish Citizen had bracelets this good on some of their other affordable eco-drive watches though. I think to watch aficionados, this watch is instantly recognizable. I'm very happy to have it in my collection and plan on keeping it long term. I can see that Citizen has discontinued this watch though and has updated the NightHawk series with some new designs. There are several chronograph variations now, but the new ProMaster NightHawk comes in a stainless steel and an all-black model. I think the model BJ7000-52E is this watch's direct replacement. You can see that they moved the slide rule crown to 2 o'clock, have minimal to no crown guards, changed the accent color from red to orange, made the outside bezel black with a slanted coin edge, and the watch no longer comes on a bracelet. I'm not a fan of the new design though. You can still find this discontinued model for sale online, but its price has risen. It sells for $296 on Amazon at the time of this filming, and I see some for sale on eBay for around $280. I think this watch will become a modern day classic as new models become harder to find. So that'll be it for this video. I hope you found it interesting, and if you did, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. I wanted to thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in another video.